Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be making the letters G, H, and I in the alphabet. Last time we made D, E, and F, and we're going to pretty much continue from where we left off from there. So, and again, all these points I've already made. And they're just like the size to make the look like the actual letters. So we're going to start off with a G00, which again is a rapid move to a point. We're going to be going to the point of X 3.42125 and then Y a 0.34125. And then from there, we can plot it just to see where that is. It's going to be here. It's going to start like one of the curves for the G. And it's going to be like the far right side of the curve. Just like how we did with the C, is going to pretty much be this starting point here. From there, we do our cut move, G01, and then because we're going down, we're going to be doing the Z, negative 0.01, same Z move as before. And then from there, because we're going counterclockwise is a G03 move. We're going to be going to the point X 3.17125, and then we're going to be going up in Y for 2.0.59125 with a radius of 0.25. And then again, we plot it. It's going to look like this. From there, we pretty much do the same exact thing. A G03, counterclockwise move to X 2.92125, and then it goes back down to the starting Y point of 0.34125 with the same radius as before, and we'll get that. Next, just with how the code is we have to do a straight line cut, or in this case just a straight line, just because encoding the G how it is from with just curves doesn't look exactly right. So in this case, we'll just do a regular G01 cut, and because we're just changing the Y, we can just use the Y point to 0.175 since it stays in the same X position. Just changing the Y to look like that. We're essentially starting with doing the same thing as the C, just adding a few extra steps at the end. So from here, do another counterclockwise G03 cut, back to the second X coordinate we have for the first curve, which is X 3.17125, and then we're going to be going to Y0 with the same radius as the other curves, like that. Next, another counterclockwise move back to the starting X point we had at the beginning of this, 3.42125, and then Y is going to be slightly different than before. Than previous, at the straight line is going to be Y 0.2125 with the same radius, and that's doing that so that we can then make the extension part for the line at the G. From here, it's going to be another straight line and a cut in the Y position. We're going to be going to Y0, like that. And then from here, just so we don't cut into our piece, we're going to move up, do a rapid move up in positive Z direction into Z1.0, and then moving over to the point on our G at X 3.42125, and then Y 0.2125, which is, where is it? here. It's just that point right there that we had before for our final curve. And then we're going to be going back down, so it's g01, z negative 0.01. Then we're going to be going in the x position to point x 3.175 to make it look like that. And then finally, because we're done, we go to positive z position to finish our g. And there is one step I forgot to do, and that is in parentheses, you put the code for G, just so you have a title of what you're doing. Next is the H. Now, again, like what we just did, but this I'm going to do at the beginning, code for H, and then we can start. So in this case, the H is a simple letter to do since it's just straight lines. So here we're going to do a G00 to the point, and that point is going to be x 3.575 and y 0. And we still do 0.0 because how the CNC machines work. It works better when there's still a number after the decimal point, even if it's 0. And that's where it's going to start, right there. So we still have some space next to the letters. And then, like before, we're cutting down to the part. Then we're going to be doing a straight line cut in the y direction. We're going to be going to the max y point that we have of y 0.59125. Goes all the way up to the max point as all the other letters, just so all the letters don't look different to each other, so that they're all the same height. And then, so that's pretty much just so that our pieces don't look weird. We're going to need to go back up to a Z1.0, and then move the tool down into different parts, or just to make the next line, which will be at point x 3.575. So it's on the same line, just move down. Then y 0.295625, which is pretty much the center point of the H. And then from there, you cut back down, and then we are going to be moving in the X position, and because we're doing the center line of the H, so it's going to go to X 3.875 to have it look like that. And then again, we move up to positive Z, and then moving down, I should say, to the same X, and then Y0 to go down there. And then we cut again to negative Z, and then go back up to the positive Y of 0.59125 to make it even with the other line and the other letters, and then we rapid move to save Z, and there's our H. Just going to move this over just so we have more space for you guys to see the I. For the I, again, you do code for I. Start this off, because again, this is also just straight lines. I'm going to have the first point be at, well, first G00, rapid move, and then it's going to be X 4.175, and then it's going to be at the Y0. I would be right here. This is going to be the starting point for the pretty much the straight line, the vertical line, I should say, with the I. Then cut negative 0.01 Z, and then we're going to be going straight up in the Y to yet again the same A point as before of 0.59125, straight line like that, and then rapid to save Z, From there, you're going to wrap it to point to the top line of the eye. So that's going to be an x 4.0, and then the same y, and it's going to be right there. Then cut down, and then you're going to be going into point x 4.350. You obviously don't need that 0, because if you just have it at 4.35, it still works the same. And then you're going to wrap it to save z, and then wrap it pretty much all the way down to the one at y0 for the same x here, so it's going to be x 4.0, y 0.0, and then cut in, just like how we normally do, and then go to click enter again, and then go to the same x as you did with the other line, and then you will have that, and then finally just go to save z, and you're done with the eye. I hope you enjoy it. In the next episode, or the next video, we're going to be doing the next 3 letters, which is J, K, and L. And hope you like this video. See you in the next one.